What's up, friend, and welcome back to another Tarkir Dragonstorm standard video. And today we are finally going to have a look at an Eshki Dragonclaw decklist. This is probably one of my most requested cards to build a decklist around, and I am very proud of what we came up with, because not only is the decklist a lot of fun to play, it's cool, but it's also competitive, and that's kind of like what we're trying to do on this channel: play with new cards and see if we can make them work. And yeah, Eshki Dragonclaw is a 4-mana 4/4 legendary creature human warrior with Vigilance, Trample, and Ward 1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell this turn, you draw a card and put 2 1/1 counters on Eshki Dragonclaw. So Eshki is one of those cards that wants to double spell and wants to have cheap non-creature spells, because you could fire off Eshki on turn 5, immediately fire off like a non-creature spell behind it, or you could fire the card off on turn 4 if you have a land or elf, and then if with any like cheap 1-mana non-creature spell, you'll be able to immediately get the value out of it. Now there's another card in standard that is very powerful and loves to see very cheap spells and wants to double spell. That is Steel Cutter, which is kind of our backup strategy to win the game in this deck list. Steel Cutter is a 2-mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has trample and haste. And Flurry, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you create a 1/1 white mon creature token with prowess. You may attach this equipment to it. Steel Cutter is fantastic, but we're more playing a Temur mid-range checklist here rather than like something which would be an equivalent to the Izzet Prowess deck. We're very mid-range focused, which is also why we're playing Stonecrafter Mage. Just 2 copies in there because, you know, I wasn't exactly sure if I was vibing with this card. But it's a new card and we want to try it out. It's a 3-mana 3/2 with Flash. This creature enters target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, gains Harmonize until the end of turn. Its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost. So another guaranteed way for you to double spell, which synergizes with Eshki and with the Steel Cutter. Allows you to bring back Stock Up too, and you could tap the Stonecrafter Mage for the Harmonize cost, which is kind of spicy. So potentially 1-mana Stock Ups in here. We play 3 copies of those, but also just being able to buy back any of the cheap, you know, 1-mana instants and sorceries that we are playing in here, just so you could double spell. It's also not bad, of course. It's also a spicy interaction with this Town Ain't Big Enough, where you can pick up your Stonecrafter Mage and be able to replay it. We're playing 1 copy of Town Ain't Big Enough in the main. There's 2 more on the side. But there's a way for you to get even like more mid-rangey and more like value coded if you board in more towns. You could potentially give yourself the Storm Chaser talent loop as well. That is in here. Other like cheap, you know, 1-mana things that we're playing to work with. Play the Sleight of Hand, which allows us to look at the top 2 cards of our library, put one of them into your hand and the other at the bottom of your library. There's a lot of ways for us to draw cards in here, because we want to guarantee ourselves to get Eshki Dragonclaw. Now, one of the cooler ways to get to Eshki, or one of the cooler ways to enable Eshki, is with these adventure cards. So we're playing 4 Questing Druids and 2 Hearth Elementals, because these adventure creatures basically are not only a creature, but also have like an instant or a sorcery attached to them, which will like basically allow them to trigger Eshki Dragonclaw on their own. So Questing Druid, for instance, you have to Seek the Beast instant, which acts as the top 2 cards of your library until your next end step. You may play those cards. Then you can cast the creature side. Whenever you cast a spell that's white, blue, black, or red, you put a 1/1 counter on this creature, which is immediately a way for you to trigger Eshki Dragonclaw if you have the card in play. Hearth Elemental, similar story, but you know, Hearth Elemental gets discounted. It's a 6-drop. It gets discounted based on the amounts of instant or sorcery cards or adventure cards in our graveyard. And then you have the Stoke Genius sorcery side as well, that allows you to discard your hand and draw 2 cards. So also a way for you to get more cards. So this is really just a value Temur pile that hopefully never runs out of cards with, you know, Questing Druid, Hearth Elemental, Stock Up, Sleight of Hand, Storm Chaser's Talent to buy back Stock Ups or Sleight of Hands, Stonecrafter Mage to be able to replay them, and it's very like value coded. We're also playing Land or Elves for this reason, helps us get closer to Eshki. There's definitely, you know, if you are familiar with the Steel decks, you see that there's things like Monstrous Rage and Slickshot Show Off missing. But like I keep saying, I didn't want to make an aggro pile and then shove a random like 4-drop at the top end. I wanted to build a mid-range like Eshki deck, and playing Rages and Slick Shots, even though those are very good cards, wouldn't really synergize with the strategy that I'm going for. However, I still think that this is a very like, you know, competitive brew of Eshki Dragonclaw, especially with the Steel Cutters and like, you know, the Storm Chaser's Challenge strategies and all that stuff. Like, the deck felt very impressive, honestly. As like a mid-range deck, it really held its own. We had a good sideboard in here too, with some like Planeswalkers, some good interaction, some graveyard hate. And honestly, all things considered, I was really impressed with this, because I wasn't really sure how I wanted to build Eshki. A lot of people were always talking about like just having it be more stompy, but I figured, you know, let's get more in line with the speed of standard, which can either allow us to be like super fast with Steel turns, or eventually go into the value strategy with a ton of card advantage. with Eshki, and I'm honestly pretty proud of this build. I thought it was a ton of fun to play, and I think it's time for us now to dive into the gameplay so you can check it out for yourself. Let me know if you've built anything with Eshki and what you think of this deck list, and then we're gonna get right into the gameplay right now. Yo, period. That's a Corey's job. We're saved! Maybe. Ends up being good. Build it in paper. Man, I'm hoping for the best. I really would like. I'm doing this for the Eshki fans out there. Trying my best. I'm trying. Doing it for the Eshki enjoyers. I guess I'll try Corey here. They're not going to interact with it, at least. Unless they counter it, of course, but... Give me a Corey trigger. Do what you want, do what you won't. Alright, stock up then. Yo, she's here. This diva. The diva has arrived. Uh-oh. Corey's still mid-range. Why am I saying uh-oh? Like, you gotta believe, right? Oh shit, there goes my torch. Rip. Okay. Let's go Llanowar Elves. Stock up. Corey trigger. Big moment for us. Ooh. Oh, what the hell? The questing druids are kind of cracked with Eshki though, right? Okay. Chat? We're just focusing on this value, you know, we're focusing on the value. I wish we had some removal though. We're playing like 8 pieces of removal technically with 4 bushwhacks and 4 torches. But we'll see. They're gonna steal Eshki now. Yeah. Oh no, don't do that. Don't be mean. Alright, we need some fire. Diva down! Diva down! Diva down! Diva down. Just gonna get rid of this bat and then get rid of the other bat too. Screw these bats. We even got the Evanescence playing, like, period. I feel like the mana could have been tapped better there. Whatever, I guess. It is what it is. I'm just gonna swing with these two guys and probably just put the questing druid in. Well, I can do a sleight of hand plus questing druid, I guess. Okay, let's do that. If Auto Tapper doesn't want to screw us over here. I think they might still have a counter here. We'll see what happens. Okay, removal. Okay, chat. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Things are actually not that bad right now.
Let's give it our all. I've seen scarier things in a bowl of noodles. Information is its own weapon.
I don't think that's gonna help you out much. It's actually not looking bad. We have a lot of cards in hand. Okay, so if I go Torch on the bat and I get Eshki back, she gets to trigger, right? Yo. No way. Chat, we cooked. Wait, we cooked hard that game though. Ooh, okay, wait. We cooked hard that game. Please, like, we gotta keep this going. We gotta keep this going because that was sweet. Like, that was really sweet. Screw them also for not giving us, like, the Eshki trigger, but okay, you know, whatever. Ooh. Okay. Doubters. I don't know if anybody doubts. I think people are just rooting. I am doing the same. I'm also just rooting for this deck list. Barrage, I guess. Barrage hits. Kaito? No, I know, like, we gotta stay, you know, focused. We gotta stay focused. They're gonna go, like, incredibly full-on hater energy against us right now, though. They're gonna go full hater energy. This is probably a bit too vulnerable, I would imagine. Yeah, they're gonna go full hater. I mean, honestly, it's a keepable hand at the end of the day. Okay. Whatever. I was expecting the turn 1 to res. Yeah, they should be pretty locked in, wanting to get rid of Corey. We fool them in getting rid of Corey, and in return we get, like Eshki to stick and stuff. That's the plan, surely. That's the plan all along. Okay, let's get a mountain here. We can cast Questing Druid on their turn. Woo! Go deck! Sure, okay. It's the attack of the bats, I guess. Bat attack. Oh my god, a land, please. Well, I guess I don't need a land, technically. But I don't have the right mana right now. I have 2 green. How do I get Corey value here? It was home yesterday. Or the day before yesterday. Yeah, I can do Corey and Talon, right? That'll do. Yeah, I know, it's screwing me over. I know. Thank you, chat. I know it was trying to fuck me over. But don't worry, you guys got my back. I was trying. This is definitely, once again, one of those decks we have to babysit the mana. For sure. A strong case of mana babysitting. Alright, let's see if we can find a land maybe or something. Yo, period. Probably want some more blue up in here based on the hand we have right now. Ooh, stock up. Yo, it's kind of cooking though. It's kind of cooking. Tishana. Fine. You just gotta believe in the value. Okay. Siren. angry. So angry. I wonder if I go hit the bat, get the bushwhack, hit the Tishana. I kind of like that though. You do miss out on a Corey, but... And I guess you... Trying to think about it. I think I just removed this first. Yeah, no, we always miss out on the Corey. I was just thinking maybe I can stop the flyers here. Okay. We do still have a bounce too, that could be really relevant. Up 2 blue sources. So if I go... My god, this auto tapper is gonna be my biggest enemy, dude. Unreal. What's the play? Is it pick up Shelly? No way. Yo, I feel like we were really in control of that game the whole time, though. Like, we were the problem. They weren't really the problem. We were the problem. That was a good first game, chat. Arena? If you want to fight, like, we can make that happen. You know? Man. What the hell? Right, right. Of course. Mold of 5 into duress. Man, I'm going through it tonight. Holy fuck. I'm going through it. Unbelievable. Alright. It is what it is. I am going through it. Oh, you got a one-lander? Ah, you mad. How do they keep a one-lander, though? They saw duress and are like, I'm keeping that? Well, we might have a window here. What? Why would you keep a one-lander in Temur mid-range? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I don't understand what world you keep a one-lander in Temur mid. Anyway. They saw me mold a 5. Yeah, but still. Still, that's kind of wild, though. I don't know. Whatever. You do you. I guess some people really don't ever want to mold a 5, though. Like, sometimes you just keep a hand on 6 and you just hope for the best. Maybe that's it. Could be the case for him. I'm gonna say hell yeah, I'll find a land. Surely. Surely. Unlike Temur, we can actually do some things with 1 mana. Thank you. Thank you. Now I feel that. Sometimes it is that way. Ooh. We're so back. We're so back. I'm gonna go Corey. Corey. Get it. Corey. Holy shit, Corey. Damn. Corey's really taking this seriously. Alright, I guess we might want to double block the Preacher. 3 Corys? How the fuck do we lose this? Okay, don't answer that. Do not answer that, but also I'm feeling pretty great about this right now. What's Temur gonna do to get rid of Corey's? Alright, double block. You can waste your removal on it, I guess. I'm feeling on top of the world, chat. Whee! I mean, I could bushwhack the Preacher away, I guess. You know. Like, yeah, I'll lose one of my tokens, but also, do we really care? No, I don't think so. Because I can just get them all back out. These tokens are like, we can just get rid of them. Expendable. Oh. That was interesting timing. What is it? Discard hand and draw 2 cards. Perfect. Wee. Wee. I mean, 3 Corey steals. Like, this is probably the most disgusting shit you could ever do. Unreal. Alright. Would have actually liked to bounce the Siren. Because it can actually have me on like a pretty like decent clock here. Okay, I'm not gonna risk this getting maybe countered the second I pick that up. Like, this is fine. Sure. Elemental. Yeah, this is actually the most we've popped off like all day, and it's been like 5 hours of stream. I'm so happy. I was actually gonna put the Corey on the Elemental too. Okay. I'm so happy, you know. This is the best we've played today. Okay, I see Corey, I keep. Please don't be red aggro. Please. Am I from the US? No, I'm born and raised in the Netherlands. 80 something freedom degrees. Yeah, yeah. And it's immediately red aggro. But at least we won the coin flip. That's good. That's news. That's something new. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, is that. So we're kind of in a mirror. But we won the coin flip, so. This deck, for some reason, is just a Corey Steel magnet. I don't know. Oh, are they on a one-lander? Sure so. Ooh, our mana is pretty nice right now. Storm Chaser then? Snowcrafter's good with stock up? No, not really. I don't think. I mean, I guess if you tap the Stonecrafter, you could get a stock up for 1 mana. I guess that's not bad. But it's like, I like that better than trying to like high roll a Monster's Rage off of it or something. If you guys really want me to try Stonecrafter, we could, but I'm not like, you know, convinced or anything. Oh, this is a good card right now. Yeah, it's a bit of a slow card. That's kind of what my my understanding was too. Well, I fear we have to get rid of something here, chat. Say goodbye to this sweet little otter, but... Or, you know, actually, I'll get rid of the Storm Chaser's talent, because I have like 2 more anyway. Yeah, you're right, Crimson. We're playing the nasty meta deck, which involves Eshki, Dragonclaw. As we all know. Our beloved tier 1 Eshki, Dragonclaw. The nasty meta card. Okay. Like, just because we're playing Corey Steel Cutter to, like, enable this great card doesn't mean that we're playing the meta necessarily. Maybe I'll just go, like, Storm Chaser. Plus Heart Elemental. Yo, Mateo, what's up? Alright, if we can just survive, we could do something here. Packs to open for a new player. Probably the most recent one always, I would say. I could literally die here. It's very upsetting. Nah, not Foundations. Foundations doesn't have any, like... Even though Foundations last the longest, it doesn't really have many playable cards. Oh my god, I'm alive. Bitch. Well, hey, we did it, chat. Got game 1. We got game 1. Yeah, like, as you can see, like, yeah, we're using some meta strategies with Corey Steel and Storm Chaser, but we're playing a lot of green cards, a lot of not stock versions. It's really an Eshki deck. No, she might show up later, though. She might show up later. I think we just try to get, like, all the hate we can get in here. Really need Drake Hatcher. How dare you play a handful of meta cards? Yeah. I know, the audacity. I want to more approach this deck list as like a mid-range file. Maybe we are supposed to like shove 2 spicy Songcrafters in here as like for the shits and giggles. Like maybe we play it instead of what's the other one? The Drake Hatcher? Maybe. We can do it for the shits and giggles. Yeah. Speak of the devil. Devil's here. Let's tap this right. Oh, man, the mana in this deck is like a nightmare, though, I will say. Nightmare as in, like, you have to babysit the fuck out of it. I was hoping that would be a little bit better, but... Yeah, an elf surviving. What's next? Hell freezing over? Probably. Yeah, I just had to throw my braid on the Drake Hatcher. It is what it is. No, they are. They are. They are. I'm gonna try... No, not too bad, actually. That's fine. Alright, Eshki, we're so ready for you girls. Show the fuck up. Everybody get your hands together to summon Eshki to the top of the deck, please. Eshki prayer circle. We could do some great shit here. They would never expect it. An elemental. That's not even too bad either. I might just be holding town and tower or something. if I can get the vibe here. I feel pretty confident I can block this. Let's see what happens. Okay. Any recommendations on a deck to build? You like a white, but you're not really sure. It really depends on your playstyle. Like, what do you enjoy playing? It's a big part of trying to figure out what you're like, you know? Did they not play the Drake-Catcher out again? Weird. Alright, I'm just gonna swing in with the Druid. I'm holding a torch, and next we can fire off the Hearth Elemental, maybe. I don't want to throw away this. I can get rid of the Drake-Catcher with the tower. I mean, they probably actually held it so they could get a Corey trigger, right? Alright, what the helly? I will try. This could fail, though. They could have, like, another way to trigger prowess. No? Diva! Chat. Not a drill. She's here. Eshki! Bitch, I'm losing it. No! We didn't even get to cast her. They always have to deny us the fun, I fear. Nah, we didn't even get to cast her. This looks fine. Snappy with tariffs. Snappy with tariffs included. Yeah, exactly. Wish.com caster mage. Yeah, that's more like it. I might honestly grab the torch. Really? Eshki Dragonclaw, baby! Stay mad! Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna go rid of Bushwhack? Alright. I believe in our diva. Or queen. So many fucking cool cards in Tarkir, though. Like, it's actually crazy how many cards just fire. Like, auto-tapper, like, please stop sabotage. I'm begging of you. Yeah, Tarkir is really awesome. Like, so many great cards to build with and brew around, and... She would have popped off here. She would have popped off. We'll grab the Storm Chaser here. That's a good setup for Eshki. Stonecrafter plus Torch is 4 mana, right? Yes, yes. One of the coolest things we can do with Stonecrafter in his deck list is copy stock up, probably. What the helly? Not the Gear Hulk. This is Dimir Control, I think. Yeah, maybe you want to look into that. I'm not sure. Like, it's not a tier 1 deck or anything, but it is a white... Oh, no, they got rid of her. Bro, I'm in shambles. How dare you? How dare you? Well, we do have Stonecrafter Mage here now. On a stinky. For real, like, how dare you? You might want to have a look at, like, the top 8 standard decks or something and see if anything speaks to you. Well, let me give you a link real quick that you can use. Here, if you check out this link, and you can maybe browse like the top, I would say like 12 decks, and see if there's like a deck that you maybe like in there. You can't really go wrong with like crafting any of those. They're all like top tier. I mean, anything on that front page is probably fine. Would you say that this is flourishing? I would say that it's definitely flourishing more than the meta without Tarkir in it. I was gonna make like a whole video on this on my Patreon and stuff, that I was gonna yap about it a little bit more, but Standard is really not doing too bad right now. There were a lot less competitively viable deck lists without Tarkir, so Tarkir has done a lot to actually make Standard a little bit better instead of making it worse, so... Right, like without Tarkir, we wouldn't have The meta without Tarkir was Esper midrange, it was Domain, and it was Mouse aggro. That was kind of all there was to it. The rest was kind of not good enough to compete. And now with Tarkir, we have Oculus as a very strong contender. We have Omnidex as a very strong contender. We have like Orzhov Pixie as a strong contender too. Those are at least like 3 decks that are actually like, you know, we have Jeskai Control now as a deck list. That is a very solid like tier 2 deck. So Tarkir has actually put in quite a lot of work, I would say. I feel like it's put in quite a lot of work, all things considered, so... I'll grab green, I guess. Like, all of those decks didn't really exist without Tarkir. Well, they existed, but they weren't, like, top tier or anything, or they could stand a chance. Now they stand, with Tarkir upgrades, are so much better, so... Standard is doing better. It's just that the decks that are, like... Outside of Jeskai Control, I guess, a lot of the decks, like, were already there, but not good enough, so you're familiar with them. Listen to new Doja Cat? Hell yeah. When does it come out? Trying to figure out what the deal is here. This month? Ooh. Yeah, like Tarkir is doing good things. I mean, I wouldn't say we're at like a fantastic point yet or anything, but we're much better off than we used to be, so... You look at the positive side, you know? You look at the bright side. You get people to be complaining, but I think the complaints about Corey, etc. are valid. Yeah, like complaining, you know, nobody's telling you not to do it, like, but yeah, even the Corey decks, like, we don't have just the same red aggro decks running you over, like, at least we have some more variety. And I think Corey still decks allow you to breathe more than a Mouse deck does. Like, Mouse can literally kill you on turn 3. Corey gets started on turn 3, so I think that's also a big difference in, like, speed. Like, I'd rather play more... I'd rather always play against Corey Steel decks than I would against, like, Manifold Mouse Heartfire Hero decks. I think they're so much more toxic and annoying. Ah, they're definitely gonna get rid of the Stonecrafter. It's like, it's fairer than the Mouse strategy with the double strike. Like, you can also block the Monk tokens. I mean, going in wide is a different problem, but, you know... Going wide is a different problem, but it's not like you're, like, unable to block because of the double strike shenanigans and all that, right? I don't hate putting this in play. I think I actually have an idea. Hold on. Let me cook. Can I do that? Maybe. Yeah, it's exactly, like, it's not just another Mouse deck, but it's just that a lot of the cards in Standard... I can't really do shit with this. A lot of the cards in Standard are just powerful, so you see a lot of, like, recurring patterns in decks, and I think that's, you know, also something that people kind of confuse. Because, like, yeah, you know, Monstrous Rage does see play in both Corey Steel and in the Mouse decks, but, you know, strong cards, good cards win games, I fear. Good cards win games, this is the way it is. It's always been that case, but Standard has just really gone through, like, a lot of power creeps, so... You'll see a lot of the same cards showing up, but they're still different decks. Oh, I was actually gonna pick that up, dude. Dang. I was actually gonna pick that up. Max level Talon game? It might honestly become that, yeah. It might become that. These Gearhulks are just kind of problematic for me right now. Either way, we are flourishing more. It's like the TLDR, and that's just based on, like, results, you know. But, yeah. I think it's just a lot of adapting that Standard no longer is the format where you just play with shitty cards, and that's kind of the only thing you can do, which is how a lot of people have come to know in Standard. It being a 3-year, like, format now, and, you know, power creeps and all that, like, it's just changed the environment. It's just the way it is. so it's definitely like a change. Alright, I might actually just level it. Bump it up! Mirror control. So for every instant sorcery cast, we get ourselves an otter. Nah. They shouldn't play Tide Binders into main. It's probably just Maze Mind Tome giving him a trigger and maybe some removal or something. Like... yeah. Okay. I'll see what goes on. Stonecrafter Mage. Stonecrafter Mage is back. Let's see what we can do here. Sure. Do I try swinging here? Probably do. Oh shit, this is still game one. Or yeah, it is, I fear. It's gonna be a long one. It's Dimir control. It'd be Dimir control. Anyway, Stonecrafter Mage could grab as a torch. I guess? Alright then. I might just hold on here. No, it's only instants and sorceries, I'm afraid. I could do Stonecrafter into like sleight of hand, but I kind of like the potential to bluff the torch. But okay, I'm just gonna like go wider, I guess. Just gonna decline that, chief. Oh, I actually really like Eshki, so I wanted to play an Eshki deck for quite some time, and we shoved it together. We're making it work. Trying. I'm not against the idea of ripping another land here. I could pick up my Stonecrafter Mage, but I need to... Yo, we're getting pierced? Shit. I wasn't expecting that to come down still. Okay, well, I'm at least glad that we didn't do the Torch the Tower strategy then, because that would have flopped. I just can't get board wiped here. That would be pretty bad. I could set up a really good play though. Like if our board doesn't get wiped, okay, good shit. I was gonna say if our board doesn't get wiped, we can town pick up the Storm Chaser or the Stonecrafter and the Gearhulk maybe. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah, we'll take that. Let me think about this. I think what I want to do here is I want to go Storm Chaser, Stalin, pick that up and pick up Llanowar Elves or whatever and replay it so I get more prowess triggers, right? Get like 2 more prowess triggers? Seems like the right play. Like, you can't stop them all. They're gonna try, though. They're gonna try, but... You don't want to math, but you think they die? Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm just gonna pump these guys up and we'll see if it's good enough. That's a crazy swing with the Gearhulk. I would absolutely have believed that they were gonna wipe the board there, for sure. Alright, team. That was a wild swing. Was a 4-mana return all creatures. Aetherize, yeah. If they have Aetherize, they can take it. Like, if they have Aetherize, they can take that. I mean, you do you. If they got it, they got it. Like, them, I'm not gonna say shit at that point. Like, if you play Aetherize in a main, go for it, chief. Right. Stormcrafter Mage felt pretty good, but also because this is a slow matchup, right? So, probably one of the few matchups that it works in pretty well. Pretty good value picking it up and replaying it with Town. You pick it up, you replay it, and then it grabs back Town, right? That's kind of cracked. But yeah. It's good in these slower matchups. Against aggro, we're probably just gonna board it out real quick, but it's pretty good in these slower matchups. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to get rid of here. Maybe one Llanowar Elves. Still been looking pretty cute here, not gonna lie. Looking kind of cute or whatever. Maybe. You playing Otters? No, I'm playing Eshki. I'm cooler than that. Not to flex or whatever. Okay, would like to get this in play. This is a assignment. Get countered. If it gets countered, it gets countered, but I also don't want to like shove that on my hand with like a whatever, so it's okay. Trying to make our way over to Chandra, this diva. Sleight of hand. Ooh, okay, I'll grab Rel. Hell yeah. What's up, Rel? Okay. Maybe I'll just fire off a Bushwhack to thin my deck out a bit. Okay. Well, this is pretty bad. How the hell are we gonna deal with it? Like, why is this thing? I should have actually just brought in the Lithmatic Barrages in hindsight. Because they keep having the Gearhulk. Like, I could bounce it and replay it. That buys me some time to try and set up Chandra, I guess. I could set up Chandra now, but I'd have to uptick, which... Just take it. gonna try it. This is a little bit of a crazy play, but I think we have to do something to get this Gearhulk out of here. If they counter this, then okay, sure, you know? Okay. We vibe. Nope. Oh well. Yo, Dread Pirate, thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, this is kind of... Well, what do you want to grab? A Questing Druid or a Questing Druid? What's the play? Yeah, I should have gone in with the Lithmetic Barrages. It's kind of on me for not shoving those in there. Oh well. What's the vibe here? Storm Chaser. Might just buy back town, I guess. I don't think it's ever wrong to buy back town, and maybe we can go to a level 6 Storm Chaser again and see if we can win the game that way. Town ain't big enough. Okay. What's up, Napkin? How are you? Okay. Well, we got some more game actions, but I don't know. You know who could save us, chat? Eshki. Is this updated version on Moxfield? No, not yet, not yet. I'll shove it on there after this game, because I'm feeling pretty good about it right now. Nope, you can take it. So here we go. I'm gonna pump this up. Pump up the jam. So I'm gonna hold back with the Llanowar Elves. Well, I can hold back with everything, actually, because I do also have the Reef open. Okay. Okay. You know, so this is the one that's over there. This is kind of wild, but... Screw it. I'm gonna try and see what this does. We gotta get rid of this Gearhulk guy. Should have blocked first. It doesn't change shit, you know? Either they have removal or they don't. Like, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. If they have removal, they have removal. But also, I'm gonna make enough other tokens that I don't really care. Like, like, it is what it is, honestly. Sure. Block with the elf. Oh, no, I'm good, I'm good. I wanted to take out the Gearhulk. I didn't want to chump it. Maybe you guys were a little confused there, but yeah, my goal was to always try to double block it. If I were to like chump it, then yeah, picking up the elf after that would have been denied the life gain for sure, but I need to get rid of this fucker. I gotta get rid of this fucker, like, that's the point. We're not playing Drakecatcher anymore. I want to play around Spell Pierce. I'd miss out on a Questing Druid trigger though. But I mean, I'm not sure if I still play Spell Pierce, but I'm trying to respect it. Okay. Right. Druid, I guess. They must be out of stuff soon, right? Surely. I'm milling 4 cards? Alright. Gave me a stock up? Ooh, you're gonna regret that. I'll take 4. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, I'm gonna go and buy myself a... I'm really tempted to go stock up, honestly. But obviously, town is probably the better play here because I can block and then pick up and replay and stuff. So, we'll do that, I guess. I'm doing it because it's better, not because it's like something that I want to do necessarily. Because stock up could get me to Eshki, and I would really like to have Eshki. But eventually I can just keep picking it up and we can maybe eventually grab the stock up. We just gotta make more otters. What was our life total right now? 34. Our life total. Our library's at 34. Well. Surely them milling us out is actually a solid win con for them, I'm afraid, but... So, what now? Yeah. Oh, bitch. Yeah. This is non-land permanent. Ellis, thank you for the 24. Appreciate it. Adam, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it so much. Thank you. Ooh, my light is just falling off slowly. Don't do that, please. Is there any way for me to deal 27 damage? Can we do it? If I bounce this, I do get rid of blockers, but fuck, I need to have like a crazy chain to get out of here. I do one, and I spent 4 getting a card back. I don't think that's ever enough to win me the game. I think we need to high roll here. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just have to top deck like a stock up or a questing druid or something. We can get a lot of prowess triggers. Maybe we can get out of this. Let's go. 27 damage 1 turn. It's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Tragic. Could have also put on the otter, I guess, but it's never enough. Not too far off, though, all things considered, but... Yeah. Have you ever turned 1 anyone? No, we will try again. We'll try again later. We're swapping over to the Ultimate Guard channel in a bit, and I'm probably gonna try to get some turn 1 kills over there. Probably. Alright, well, I need some help here. Right. Hold on. I'm falling. I had a feeling it would. Like, on the wall better. Anyways, I figured it would fall, but it's fine. Freaking died. No, we're fine. Do I want to go pick your poisons? Playing Skyrim. Yeah. Okay. I like Chandra. And we do have a Gearhulk answer. Maybe I'll try it. Warman, thank you for the 10. Maybe I will give it a little shot. Let's go. Team. Send the deck out. Increase our chances at finding good stuff. Okay. Just gotta hope she doesn't get discarded. Nar, I need to stop finding lands. The flood! The floodgates! Need to have more stable today. We've not dropped any frames yet, so I'm laughing, I'm grateful. Oh, fuck off. Like, really, dude? Arena? You little shit. Honestly. Unbelievable. Never mind, chat. Probably a cooked hand now. You got one job, like, you got one fucking job. And we even thinned out with a bushwhack, too. Alright, at least they're fully tapped out, so Chandra gets to come and play here. Oh my fucking god, like, are you sick in the head? Unreal. Alright. You keep a hand with a little lands in it, and you find 3 lands at the top. It should be the other way around, you know? Should be the other way around. I have to uptick here because I need to get rid of these cards. Like, this shit's bad. Discard. Oh my god. The curse! The curse! Unreal. The voices! Yo, Ferret, thank you for the 5. Bushwhack shuffled the lands to the top. Yeah, right. Sure. I mean, they can get rid of the Arithmetic Barrage here too, which is the worst fucking part about it all. Songcrafter, we need you. We need you, homie. Oh, Storm Chaser? Storm Chaser buys it back too. That's not bad. You never complain about flooding again. Yeah, you just have to watch the stream for a little bit to see how bad shit can get sometimes, honestly. Oh my god, what? Dude, it's kind of like unbelievable right now. I don't really have words for the amount of lands we're drawing here. We have a 24% chance to rip a land on the top, chat. Mind you, this is a 21 land deck, by the way. Just making you all aware of the fact that this is 21 lands.
We can go even faster.
21 lands, 4 Llanowar Elves, and like 4 Bushwhacks. So this is what a 21 land can do. Hit you, how many cards? Consecutive? It's not even 26 or anything, which is what you would expect us to play, but... No. It's just been the pattern of the day. Like, we've just been flooding. Oh my god, why is this horse over, like, Chandra's loyalty like that? Of course you find the rest. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you, huh? Why wouldn't you? Fucking unreal. It's not fair. It's not fair. 21 lands. 21 lands. Keep repeating myself, but this is just a fucking disaster, I fear. Yeah, I have Stonecrafter, but what's that gonna do? So I'm gonna grab Stonecrafter and Town. Town is gonna have to get rid of Gearhulk, I guess. We're just gonna have to do that now, because before they find mana to do shit with, I guess. At least with both Stonecrafter and Town, if this is Piers, I might lose it. At least with Stonecrafter and Town, we should have 2 ways to get back Arithmetic Barrage, right? Chandra can ult soon too. So, There's hope. There's hope. Or they just combo us out of the game, I guess. No way. Really? Or they just combo us out of the game. We've drawn a land every single turn. Yeah, it doesn't really help at putting a faster clock on your opponent, I fear. Can ult her, but... Yo, Matt, thank you for 17. This would be a real, like, absolute devastating way for this game to end, though. It really would be. After such bad RNG, the opponent just combos his out on curve. Please don't. Of course they do. Chat, there's no justice in the world, honestly. No justice.